Good morning, everyone. How are you? Today we have to start with a new lesson, which is decimal numbers, lesson 11, page 43. Are you ready? Let's start. What is a decimal number? A decimal number is another way of writing a number which contains a fraction. Decimal numbers may be less than or greater than 1.0. The decimal point is used to separate the whole numbers from the fractions. It's always placed between the units column and the tens column. Then a decimal number formed from a whole part, a point, and a decimal part. Like this number, 23 is the whole part, point is the decimal point, and the 6 is the decimal part. Excellent. Another example about the decimal number. This is a decimal number contain 34.7. The point is the decimal point. Here we have whole number and here we have decimal number. Then before the point we have a whole number and after the point we have a decimal number. This is the ones and this is the tens. And this is the tenths. After the point, we have the tenths. Okay? Then, before the point, we start as usual ones, tens, hundred, thousand, and so on. And after the point, we have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, and so on. Another example. Here we have 25.386. Let's see what is the name of each digit. This one is the decimal point. Before the decimal point, we have the units or the ones. Then the tens. After the point, we start with the tenths. Then hundredths. Then thousandths. Decimal fraction. What is a decimal fraction? A decimal fraction is a fraction with denominator 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, and so on. Example, 45 over 10 is a decimal fraction because the denominator is 10. 25 over 1000 is a decimal fraction because the denominator here is 1000. 425 over 100 is a decimal fraction because the denominator is 100. Write decimal fraction in the form of a decimal number. Example, 148 over 1000, I will write it in the form of a decimal number. Then, first to write it in the form of a decimal number, I will put the point. I don't have a point up. What should we do? We have to put the point beside the 148. Okay? Then, here each number has a point, miss. Then, we have to put the point 0 beside the 148 if I don't have a point. Then now it's necessary to move the point. I will move the point to the left side. Okay, miss? To write decimal fraction in the form of a decimal number, only I will move the point. How can we move it? Look, 148. We have 148.0. Then I will move the point 3 digit to the left side because we have 1000 down. We have 3 zeros down. Then I will move the point 3 digit to the left side. Then 1, 2, 3. Then I will put the point. Can I put it like this? No, of course not. I will put 0 before it because I don't have any digit before it. Then the whole part is 0. Then we have to put 0.148 like this. This is the decimal fraction and this is the decimal number. Another example. 148 over 10. The same. First we have to take this number and I will put beside it point 0. Then I will move the point. How many steps? One step. Excellent. I will move it one step because we have 10 here. Then I will move the point to one step and I will put the point. Then this is the decimal fraction and this is the decimal number. The answer is 14.8. Now the inverse. Write decimal number in the form of a decimal fraction. Remember, decimal fraction mean fraction with denominator 10, 100, 1000, 10,000 and so on. Then I have the decimal number and I want the decimal fraction. How can we make it? Please pay attention. First, write the number without point as a numerator. Second, write the denominator 10, 100 or 1000 according to the number of digits in the decimal part. Then, here we have, I will write it as it is here, 68,348 over, we have how many digits here? Two digits in the decimal part. Then we have to put two zeros beside the one to get over 100. That's it. This is the decimal number and this is the decimal fraction. Another example, 0.8. First, we have to write the number as it is without the point up. It is 8. Then we have to put 8 in the numerator and in the denominator we have to put over how many? Over 10. Excellent, because we have one digit in the decimal part. Then 8 over 10. This is the decimal number and this is the decimal fraction. Now you have as a homework to solve exercise number 1 and 2, page 44. In exercise number 1, we have the decimal fractions and I want decimal number, a number with a point. Okay, in exercise number 2, we have the decimal number and I want the decimal fraction. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.